I declare my current experiences will count for something. When God said all things work together for my good, He included the season too. This is my declaration. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Deliberate. My name, as you know, is Dennis Ngango, and today we're going to be unpacking day 2 of the Hearing the Voice of God devotion that we're currently doing together. Before we get into the video, number 1, please don't forget that we have the prayer request form in the description box below. If you're currently in need of a prayer, let us join you as a community and back you in whatever you may be experiencing. Also, I wanted to encourage you to please share your thoughts and your experiences with this devotion. I'm quite keen to hear what all of you have to say and how exactly you experienced it yourself. I saw in yesterday's video a lot of you are also battling with fear, and quite a lot of you also said that you're battling with hurt. That's why I wanted to start off with the declaration in the beginning of this video, because in Romans 8 verse 28, God says that all things, the good and the bad, all of it will work together for our good. So don't write off those bad experiences, because trust me, God will make something of it. If you're ready to hear my thoughts on day 2, please do continue watching. Today's word comes from a parable called the parable of the sower that Jesus told a huge group of people in Luke 8, Matthew 13, as well as Mark 4. Pastor Rick Warren only focuses on a little portion of that parable. However, before we get more into the video, I thought let's just paint out the rest of the picture.
Behold, the sower went out to sow. As he was sowing, some seed fell beside the road, and the birds came and ate it up. Other seed fell on the rocky ground, where it did not have much soil, and immediately it sprang up because it had no depth of soil. And after the sun had risen, it was scorched, and because it had no root, it withered away. Other seed fell among the thorns, and the thorns came up and choked it, and it yielded no crop. Other seeds fell into the good soil, and as they grew up and increased, they yielded a crop and produced 30, 60, and 100-fold.
When Jesus initially told the story, the crowd, as well as those who were with him, didn't fully grasp what he was saying. He then continued to explain that the seed represented God's word, and where it fell represented the condition of our heart to hear and act on his word. The road represents people who hear God's word, let it go in one ear and out the other. The devil is then able to easily snatch it away before they experience the fruit. The rocky ground represents those who hear God's word with enthusiasm, but the moment there's trouble, it's gone. As soon as life gets hard, they easily give up. The weeds, and in some translations the thorns, represents those who receive the word but never act on it and get easily consumed by worry. The good soil represents those who seize the word and hold on no matter what. They stick it through until they see a harvest. In today's word, Pastor Rick Warren focuses on those of us who receive God's word and are very enthusiastic about it, but seldomly actually build on it. He uses the analogy of grass and how when they are experiencing blessing and favor through rain, they are green and they are fresh. However, when there's a little bit of drought or there is just not that much rain coming through, they are brown and they die. And he talks about how at the end of the day, grass looks like that because they do not have roots. And he says some of us who just really focus on receiving the word and only react to it emotionally, we aren't really building our spiritual roots. I find this word really relatable because in some of my previous high seasons, obviously we changing moving forward, I wouldn't really focus on God's word and lean into him as much as I would during the tougher times. If we're taking it one step further, there have definitely been moments in my life, despite whatever season I'm in, where I didn't let God's word sink in as much as I needed it to. That obviously hindered me from hearing the voice of God and really developing stronger spiritual roots that will keep me flowing and going despite the challenges and trials that I may face in life. What has helped me is exactly what Pastor Rick Warren suggests in the devotion. Definitely spending more time with God and spending time with godly people. I've learned over the past year that nothing compares to actually spending time with God. You can watch all of the deliberate videos and 2 million sermons, but at the end of the day, nothing compares to the individual word that God has for your life. In addition to that, when it comes to spending time with godly people, I've seen how it can keep you motivated when you just want to give up. There's something so encouraging about sharing the walk with one another, even if you're not even talking about, tough times, but just being able to keep each other entertained as you go on this journey together, and then being able to pray for you and to intercede for you, and sometimes even show you what God is possibly doing in your life when you can't even see it. Those were some of my thoughts from today's devotion. Please feel free to share your thoughts in the description box below. I'm quite keen to hear, and I really do believe that this is a form of spending time with godly people. If you enjoyed this video, please do make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Deliberate while you're at it, and if this is your first time hearing about the devotion, make sure to check out all the links that I'm attaching at the top and the end screen to really find out how you can become a part of this 10-day journey that we are doing together as a community. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dennis Ngango, and until tomorrow.